Hey guys, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Now today we have a very special video for all our frog lovers out there. This is a tutorial video on how to make a jumping frog. Now go gather all your papers and your nearest amphibian and let's start this video. So, in order to make a jumping frog, grab yourself a square-shaped paper. Now the size of the paper doesn't really matter as long as it's a perfect square. Once you have your paper, fold it in half, making a rectangle. Now remember, when folding, the edges must be the same because if we want a perfect frog, we need a perfect rectangle. You guys don't want a wonky frog now, do you? So when folding, make sure you press the edges to make the rectangle flat, just like this. This is a perfect rectangle. Ta-da! Now that you have your rectangle, take the upper right corner of the paper and fold it down, making a small triangle. Now once again, when folding, make sure the edges are the same because for this part, we need to make sure the crease created is a perfect line because it will be useful for our next step. After you created that line, unfold the paper. Now, repeat that process but with the upper left side of the paper. When folding, make sure you gently press on the edges so that the line or crease will appear on the paper. After you finish folding the corners, turn your paper backwards and fold the top of the paper down where the creases meet. Make sure you press the edges of the paper because we want to create a perfect horizontal line. Unfold the paper and turn it back again to the front. Now, press the edges of the paper, making a small triangle. Now at the start, since we've folded the corners already, the existing lines will help make this process easier for you. This triangle will act as the frog's head. Right now, your head doesn't really look like a frog's head, does it? Now to change that, we're gonna take the corners of the triangle and fold it upwards. Now, on the right side, fold the corner upwards, making a smaller triangle. And then do it on your left, just like this. Considering we have the frog's head already, let's focus on making its body. Now, take the bottom of your paper and fold it up, ending below the frog's head. Make sure you press the bottom of your paper so everything is flat. The next step to making the frog's body is folding the sides. Now, starting on your right, fold the right side of the paper upwards to center where the line should be. When folding, remember we just want the sides, so don't accidentally fold the top of your paper where the head is or the triangles. After you finish the right side, continue to do your left. Now for this part, you may have some problems. So, don't be afraid to ask a friend, parents or your older siblings for help. Now in this video, our member Yusuf also struggled a bit on this part. But remember, with determination, anything can happen. So don't give up.
One eternity later.
You guys better make sure you're not giving up yet because we're almost finished with our jumping frog. Next, take the bottom part of your paper and then fold it upwards just below your head. Now we can almost hear all the frogs cricketing in the distance. Wait, who's there? So this part might be tricky to some of you, but all you have to do is unfold the paper once again and then insert your fingers into the inside of the flaps and pull the bottom corners of the paper outwards to the side. The end product of this step will look like a boat. All aboard, I guess? The boat might look cute, but remember, our goal here is to make a frog, not go sailing. So in order to do that, fold the corners down just like you did for the frog's head. Make sure you do both left and right. After you finish folding the corners, fold the bottom part of your paper upwards like you did in the previous steps. Now, the part that you just fold needs to be folded again, but instead of folding it upwards like you just did, fold only half of it down, creating the frog's legs. Flip the paper over and then there you have it, your own personal jumping frog. Press down at the edge of the frog to make sure everything is stable. Here is our final product. Behold, our greatest creation. We've generated life using a piece of paper. How magnificent it is! And you want to know what's better than having one frog? It's having two frogs! Now that we have a pair of frogs, it's time to do that thing again. You know, that thing, the thing we always do, the thing where we have our frogs duel to the death. Yeah, that thing. Okay, frog, you're gonna die now. What? Be gone.